Sign up for severe weather alerts. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. It's brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial, and today we're featuring Lainey from Fort Scott.
Since to flag United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Lainey. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to the KIX website. There's a button there you can hit that you can use to tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 17 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
$1,902.50 could be yours in just 17 minutes.
Here's Cole Swindell.
On KIX 102.5. Adjust your camera down.
Oh, I just need to move. I
Or
have my
need you up. You're just sitting really low.
Good morning. Major, look who it is. Gone all day yesterday.
What did
First
we
one
do
on
to
today.
earn that?
Morning, Megan. Morning, Jimmy.
Morning, everybody. Wasn't she?
Oh, my gosh. I recognize a lot of these names getting signed up for
Silver Dollar City
Silver Dollar
tickets?
City tickets.
Let me move that for you?
Oh, is it?
You're like really low. Either that or I'm really high. I don't know. Probably bring me up a little bit. It's too much. Not over, just up. Yeah, right around there. Nope, it's not going to stay. You can do the adjustment on the base. You don't have to move the camera. Oh, there's Jen's nose. A little more, actually. Didn't hardly make. There you go. That's about perfect. Somebody's jacking with the cameras again.
Morning, Sorora. Morning, Floyd. Oh, Jimmy's horoscope said she's going to win lots of money.
Well, there you go. It's got to be true then.
Well, good luck.
Jimmy, did you sacrifice a child, though? You know, there's protocol. I watched it last night, Floyd. Did anybody else watch it?
It's on our to-do list, but we fell asleep on the couch last night, so we didn't know.
She's got a lot on her to-do list.
I know.
It's called her to-do-do list.
To-do list.
What'd you think of it, Floyd?
My fortune cookie said, have no fear and you will succeed. I think a little fear is a good thing.
My daughter wants to. Some of her friends are shown in it. That was my daughter's graduation day, Floyd. We watched and never did see Amber. I thought we saw her in the previews. In fact,
Yeah.
we paused it in the previews and was like, that's her right there. We never could find that scene again, so I don't know if that was just shown in the previews or what.
Mm-hmm.
But did they do a good job on it? Well, that's what I was asking you, Floyd. You said you watched it. Did you not watch it? Anyway, there was at one point where they're showing the kids walking across, and we're watching for her, this whole time,
Right.
pausing and everything. And they said, Amber, and they did it like that, Amber, then the last name. And it was not my Amber. So I was like, oh. But I will tell you, at 31 minutes into the thing, there is audio of yours truly, of me, giving directions on what to do during the tornado, move to the inner part of your home and all that. You can hear it. 31 minutes.
And you had no idea.
I had no idea. In fact, somebody messaged me last night. I had forgotten it was going to be on. But last night while I was performing, I get a text message there towards the end, and they said, just heard your voice on the Netflix tornado documentary. I was like, no, you didn't. I mean, it was all Chad and Josh Marsh that was doing all the coverage for that.
Right.
And Rob. Rob was on there quite a bit. And but I was not here. I was at the graduation with my daughter. And like, yep, it was you. I know your awful voice anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. So we went home and watched it. Stayed up till almost 11 watching it last night. And I think it was one of the best documentary jobs I've ever seen of the tornado. It's very rough. Very, very rough. There's footage that I had never seen before. You know, I thought I'd seen all of the phone cam footage and everything that everybody had recorded. I'd never seen. So there's the story of remember the guy who was the Miracle Boy? Did anybody remember him? He got the flesh-eating disease that he was sucked out of the vehicle that him and 2 or 3 other friends were riding around in when the tornado hit, and they got caught in it, accidentally drove into it, and it pulled him out of the vehicle. And they found him miles away later, alive, but broken bones and, you know, beat up. Well, that flesh-eating fungus got him. And they ended up cutting a huge section of his midsection out to deal with that. But he lived. And he is one of the... So I thought it was going to be featuring on the senior class.
That's what I thought, too.
It is not. It is not. It features a junior from the Joplin High School. It features only one senior from the graduating class. Only one. It features some young guys that a guy and his girlfriend and her brother who were storm chasers who were in their early 20s. And it features a few other people like that, but only one kid from the senior class.
Morning, Cappy.
Yeah, 24-hour coverage, but they didn't really cover that a lot when they got to the coverage. And they did a good job of, I think, of skimming over the recovery effort of how, you know, we just got to work.
Yeah.
And there's some footage of that. But then it wraps up, you know, with the senior class going back to school at the mall, like they did, and then the graduation with President Obama speaking at it.
Hold on, 4 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 710.
Sunshine in mid-50s today. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for your first day of spring.
Doesn't really feel like it, though, does it?
30. Are you kidding? 31, 30? No, it does not feel like spring.
We'll take a full look at your forecast in 15 minutes.
I think the calendar's still messed up from leap year last year. That's what I think.
It very well might be, but we are just 10 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
$1,902.50 up for grabs if you can be caller number 5 at 720 and tell us what the sound is.
Here's Billy Currington.
On the 4 states #1 for cash.
KIX 102.5.
Yeah. And one of the boys that's talking in there, the guy who was a junior in high school, he was working at the yogurt shop. There was a yogurt shop in one of the plazas there on Range Line. And he talks about getting, you know, lifted off the ground and stuff. And there's footage from their security cameras that shows the place being destroyed. And he had put everybody in the bathroom, but there wasn't room for him in there too. So he just hunkered under a table, and you can see him down there, you know, it's stuff's being just torn to pieces around him. So there was his footage. The guys that were in the truck that the one guy got sucked out, they have camera going the whole time. And then the storm chasers, they had cameras going the whole time. I mean, actually some really good footage that I had never seen anywhere before. And then they also had really good footage of post-storm damage that I'd never seen before. So
is it worth the watch?
Oh my gosh, yes. I would say it's a must watch. You need to, if you're from Joplin, you're from around here, you need to at least watch it. Because it does such a good job of helping you realize what it meant through these stories of these 4 different, is it 4? Well, it's the girl and the brother and the boyfriend, those 3. And then there's the football player. And then there is and there's the storm chaser guy from San Diego. So there was this kid who's called the weather guy or the weather kid from San Diego back then in 2011. He was 13 years old, and he was known in that area being a weather nut. He had already had achieved his meteorology certification.
Wow.
At age 13.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he was nuts about weather. Well, he had a relationship with Doug Hetty here.
Mm-hmm.
Not that kind. But anyway, they focused a lot on Doug Hetty. Doug talks through it and is mentioned through it. In fact, he says cuss words. He said, I knew we were in deep, in the middle of the documentary. There is some language, quite a bit of language in this, because in the recordings and stuff, it's impossible to. Anyway, he had come to Joplin with his mom, this kid, to meet Doug and to job shadow to be an intern there for a week.
During the tornado?
Before the tornado.
Oh, my gosh.
They had just gotten into town on May 11th.
What are the odds? That's crazy.
I was like, that's not real. But it was.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And they couldn't get a hold of Doug because Doug was down doing storm coverage.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. The TV station, right when the tornado hit, knocked all their power off. They were off the air. The only ones that were on the air providing coverage was Zimmer. Everyone else had lost power. Just a freak of circumstance that was able to do that because our towers are north of town and our studios are on the south end of town. It went right in between all of that, and we were able to stay on the air. Everyone else was off. Oh, and the fact that we had generators because even this part of town had no power for like a couple of days.
It's over on Netflix.
I've seen that, Megan, and I've seen the Butterfly People documentary, and I think they do a good job of representing what people lost.
I don't know what that documentary is.
It's about Joplin tornado. It's another, there's a lot of documentaries out there, by the way, guys. There's probably at least 15 or 20 that have been made about the Joplin tornado. Butterfly People, I think, best represents the loss, but it does not give you the best sense of what the storm was like. This storm doesn't deal so much with the loss. It's more about these 3 or 4 people and how they progressed through the storm. So that kid they were in a restaurant and they wrote out the storm in the restaurant, but they never saw the tornado. They thought, well, it wasn't as bad as we thought because they were up on the north end of town and didn't deal with any of that. Christy saw it because it reminded me of when it threw me and a tree came down on me. Yeah, Christy, it is traumatic for people who had to go through all of that. The one guy, storm chaser guy, Mac, I think his name was, he talks about PTSD and how he's dealt with that. He goes talking about it. He said, I noticed my hand's doing this again. He said, and you can see the one kid's eyes darting back and forth while he's talking. It's, all these things that are physical representations of PTSD.
Right.
That these people have dealt with.
Well, this is what you know to watch, Major.
Well, Woody, you need to watch this. Plus, you get a really good scene of Joplin. They represented Joplin so well in this, I feel like. All aspects. The poor, the different cliques, the different societal structures through these kids. Really, really, really represented the damage really well. They talked about how they got lost after the tornado. They left, were able to finally get their car started, and were driving, and they couldn't figure out where they were. She got stuck out in the middle of a field, and they're like, how was there a field in the middle of Joplin?
Right.
And they realized they were in the that big grassy area there by where the high school had been.
Oh, my gosh.
And they didn't know where they were. That's over on 15th Street. They couldn't tell where they were.
I saw a lot of comments about that, about people who... Oh, hold on. We got to go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Your chance to guess to win the Secret Sound right after Jordan Davis.
On KIX 102.5. Is it called Eye of the Storm, was it?
It's called Twister Into the Storm.
Twister Into the Storm.
Is that
if you
right?
look for it, it's brand new on Netflix. Just came out yesterday. So, if you'll watch at minute 31, at the 31st minute of the deal, if you'll listen, that's my voice.
Yeah, Twister Caught in the Storm.
Twister Caught in the Storm is the name of it, Woody.
There's a lot of news articles about it today. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about the Steven, the boy who had the fungus.
Yeah, that's his name, Steven, the guy. And bless his heart, he's in a coma, for a long time, a few weeks, I think. before he came out of that coma.
Oh, my gosh. He had a 5% chance of survival.
Yep. Look up Steven, or whatever his last name, Scar Damage. What he said, you're in it? Never mind then. No, I'm not in it, just my voice. And that was kind of a fluke, too. Yeah, they had to start spray painting street names and stuff on intersections with arrows pointing directions so people could get around. They have some of the audio. I don't know how they got all this together. This is, again, one of the best collective representations of everything. So they had footage of radio transmissions between law enforcement and emergency medical technicians. And they're going, disregard that. We've got to focus on this. And we don't know how we're going to get in here. We can tell there's bodies laying out here in the street and stuff, and didn't know. It was as shocking for law enforcement and for the emergency medical technicians as it was for the victims. You're like, there's one lady said, there's 2 semis overturned on I-44, and her dispatcher says, disregard those. We need you here.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was that bad. They were having to prioritize,
Right.
I do too, Megan. I worry a little bit about this storm season. This wind event that we've had has been one of the biggest in history over the past, 3 weeks? This is all part of the same system, and they say it's record-breaking.
20 seconds.
Oh. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 719.
Sunshine with highs in the mid-50s. Today it's 31 in Joplin.
Even though it's the first day of spring. Ha, 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 ha.
We'll take a full look at your forecast in just 4 minutes.
But first, it is time for you to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
Now, we got a lot of money up for grabs, $1,902.50.
And we've told you about the 3 hints that we've put up on the website to help you guess this. There are people that have said, today is my day. I am winning the Secret Sound today.
All right, well, let's see if they can do it. We're looking for caller number 5 at 623-1025.
To tell us, what is this sound?
What is it? What do you think?
623-1025. All you have to do is tell us by being caller number 5 at 623-1025.
And then you'll win the cash.
From the 4 states #1 for cash. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2, try again.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4, hurry up and call right back.
Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Shelly. I'm sorry, say it again. Shelly. Where are you from, Shelly? Shelly from Neosho.
You are caller number 5.
All right, Shelly, it's your chance to win the cash, $1,902.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
She says, opening or closing a toolbox drawer.
For $1,902.50. That is not it.
We're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Shelly, making it $1,927.50.
And we'll give you another chance to guess and win tomorrow morning at 7:20. Thanks, you too. All right, you have almost a little less than 2 minutes. Minute 45. Minute 20. Morning, Melissa. Yeah, now we got the Zimmer Storm Center app. "30 seconds.
Kicked us off, I guess. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Shelly from the O Show.
You are caller number 5.
All right, Shelly,
Right.
it's your chance to win the cash, $1,902.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Is it opening or closing a toolbox drawer?
She says opening or closing a toolbox drawer.
For $1,902.50. That is not it.
Oh, it's all right.
We're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Shelly, making it $1,927.50.
And we'll give you another chance to guess and win tomorrow morning at 7:20.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Phone's ringing.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. Oh, Christine.
Dang it, Randy.
Come on, Christine. You got to do better. Try. But the money's getting really impressive.
I mean, we're getting close to $2,000.
I think we're going to do the 2,000.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think so. I will tell you this. One of the answers that we've had in the past 3 weeks has been very,
Past 3
very, very close. We didn't indicate anything on it when it happened, but one of those answers in the past 3 weeks was almost, with the exception of one word. But
Yes.
only one answer. That's the only one in the past month, few months or whatever that's ever gotten close.
Yep.
Only one time. I'm not
We
saying
can't say.
anything else,
We're not going
Christine.
to say.
Yep. We're talking about the ways your parents humiliated you when you had to live with them, or the ways maybe that you as a parent have embarrassed your kids. But
How has you humiliated?
how
your
has
kids?
you done this? Parental embarrassment.
There we go.
Mine always has been, especially in public. I mean, there's numerous ways, but the inappropriate noises that my parents made at Sirloin Stockade eating their steak, I will never forget how humiliated I was. It was inappropriate. People were looking over at our table because they were reaching heights of orgasmic joy over their steaks.
It was just that good.
Yeah. But, and oh,
no.
man, that is
Aw.
devastating. And she went to him. Yeah, nice. How
Mhm.
traumatic, yes. The sign.
Did secret sound.
All right, Christine. Well, have a good day in spite of that having happened to you in the past. Catch you later.
Bye, Christine. Bye, Brandy. Our billboard's gone on Range Line. It's not there anymore.
That was only for a brief time.
Yeah, it was very brief.
They've got a rotational schedule with them. I think it was only a week or two.
It wasn't long at all.
Did you guys see the reel from yesterday? I like that camera filter that
You
Jen
would,
had.
yeah.
I really like that. The first one, not the second one. The second one's stupid.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, you do.
It's all over. If you haven't seen it. Let's see. It's on TikTok, it's on X, it's on YouTube, all that good stuff.
We've got a blog post about Craig Morgan, too, that features some of his video on our website that went up yesterday. Categories. We ought to do backstage country as a category.
That's a good idea.
Probably don't leave any, especially if we're going to be doing this ongoing. I'll have to create that.
Megan says she's seen all 3 billboards. Megan, are you coming to see us this week? Probably not. It's already Thursday.
I just can't get over. I really shouldn't have done anything with my face with the second one. I didn't need to.
Are you watching it again?
Yes, it's hilarious.
It is really funny.
The funniest part is the beautiful filter is hilarious. Just the it's so dumb. It's funnier than the whole part.
I like Jimmy's reaction, the eye roll. It's like Fabio without the hair.
Yeah. Yeah, but the first one's funnier. You decide to let him come back home, Floyd? Speaking of Netflix documentaries, the director Carl Eric Wrench is now facing 90 years in jail for defrauding Netflix for millions of dollars by agreeing to create a new sci-fi series, and instead he just pocketed the money. So they gave him a whole budget for that, and he kept it. I don't know. As stories about Netflix go, this is one of the Stranger Things.
Ah, there you go.
Isn't it?
That was good. Oh my gosh, I have a genius idea. Netflix can now use this story to make a documentary. It promotes themselves, and it's a true life story.
Oh.
There you go.
Netflix docs.
Netflix doc about Netflix.
Yeah, they've done. They're constantly looking for content, so
Right.
they will give, and they have huge budgets to pay for production companies.
Clearly.
I mean, there's a lot of media created because of Netflix, which is weird to think that they started, mailing you DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
But he was hoping that they'd just forget that they'd paid him the money because they do so many of them. And that's not that unrealistic. I mean, Netflix hopes you forget you're paying $18 a month for your subscription.
That's true.
So it's the same mindset. Hi there, Morning KIX. Yes. Mhm. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hold on.
Hold
Give us
on
just one
just a second.
second.
Hold
We'll
on.
be
We're
right
jumping
back.
on air. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Happy first day of spring.
Whatever.
We'll celebrate it after Lee Price.
On KIX 102.5. Now, what did your phone service say? What did it
What
say when
happened?
I said your caller number?
Yeah, you said your caller number and then the phone service for you guys. Like when it rings and
Uh-huh.
and it says at the end, you need to call back because they're not. I forget what it
The caller you are trying to reach is no longer responding or something like
Is that what it
yeah.
said?
So that's what you heard. So what happened was she was either number 1 or 2 because we heard number 4 respond.
Right.
So, and number 3 respond. So they all said, oh, no, or, whatever, or darn it. And they said stuff like that. So you were either caller number 1 or number 2. And what happened was, but I didn't hang up that quickly, I didn't
think so. So you didn't hear me say anything?
Weird.
That is
Well,
very weird.
Ultimately, I mean, hopefully your phone service or whoever's phone service learns how to play better together but in this case, it wouldn't have mattered because you weren't the 5th caller. You got to be caller number 5.
You're close, so keep trying.
But you were getting in the run in there. Yeah, you're narrowing it down. You
Thank
too.
you, too.
Her voice sounds familiar.
It does.
But
Morning,
also our
Tiffany.
phone signal sounded really, really clear.
Mhm.
I don't know if I buy all that.
Oh, Tiffany watched the Joplin tornado documentary last night.
What'd
She
you
said-
think, Tiffany? I'm trying to get opinions on this. What
said
did
it
you
had her in
think?
tears by the end of it.
Yeah.
Morning, Lisa Hinkle.
Did you hear me in there, Tiffany? Minute 31. Minute 31.
It's today Thomas's birthday.
I did not watch it, Lisa. I saw Blake Shelton shared a post with us. He was at it about that. So I got to see a little clip from it. What was that on, Lisa? Yeah, there were a few tears shed at my house last night watching it too, but not as many as I had thought there would be.
Mhm.
There were places where I was cringing through the trauma of it, you
Right.
know.
Morning, Tyreek.
Morning, Tyreek. Yes, minute 31, or at the 31-minute mark. That's my voice in there. I was shocked because I was not there. I was at the graduation with my daughter, so I did not know they had that footage from that
Here we
day.
go. 2 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7:35.
We'll see sunshine today, highs in the mid-50s. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 25 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to hear about the ways that your parents humiliated you.
623-1025. I will never forgive my parents for the embarrassment that they caused me at the Sirloin Stockade in Branson when I was a kid. And you would have
What
thought,
happened?
I don't know. I mean, we had steak. We had, cow meat growing up and stuff. But
Right.
apparently, this was just prepared really, really good because they both made such inappropriate noises over their dinner.
They were really enjoying
I
it.
didn't want to go to Silver Dollar City the next day, which, by the way, we're giving away tickets for right now. If you want to get signed up at 623-1025, you can text the word tickets, and we're going to find out the winner at 7:50.
But today's the first day of spring. Happy first day of spring.
Yeah, what? There, once again, just as disappointing as dinner with my parents is this the first day of spring because it's 30 degrees, Jen.
Well, it's going to be mid-50s, and then we'll get to the 60s tomorrow, 70 by the weekend. So it'll still be nice.
And more bad weather over the weekend.
Oh,
which
come
will-
on. A little rain on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll tell you all about that in 25 minutes. It definitely does not feel like the first day of spring, but I guess we'll sing about it anyway, won't we?
We're going to sing about it anyway. What are we going to sing, Randy?
How much we love spring. How about that?
How about we sing this one?
Yeah, let's do that. I just hit it 3 times. Yay. I feel like the deck's just stacked against me today. Sarah said she's not sure she can watch it, making her chest tight, talking about it even, yeah. It looked like the producers told him to be dramatic about it. There was a time I thought Eric didn't make it because, right? Me too, Tiffany. I'm like, what about her brother? What about her brother? Where's her brother? And then at the very end, it shows them all sitting around the campfire and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it was. However, I will say, Tiffany, I feel like that documentary best represented what happens as a whole. I've seen other documentaries that I think best highlighted media coverage of it. I've seen other documentaries that better showed the recovery efforts, and I've seen others that better represented what people lost, but never one that comprehensively represented what the different socioeconomic groups dealt with and how they dealt with it, how it affected everybody, that better represented the damage, that better represented the law, all of that together. I really felt like, and I felt like you can watch this and really understand what it was like to go through a tornado.
Yeah.
The Mac and Eric and whatever the girl's name was, Kaylee was her name. Mac, Eric, and Kaylee. Their storm video coverage, I'd never seen any of that before. It was amazing, and it's really, most of it is really good quality.
Right.
The part where they talk about them being in the eye of the tornado, it goes over them, and they look up, and there's clear sky, but you can see the tornado going around. They graphically represent that, and that really looked fake. That part of it really looked fake because there is no film footage of that.
Right.
I guess, they were so struggling. They were in such shock they didn't think to record that with their cameras.
Right.
But they do have audio, and you can't see anything because it's so dark and there's so much going on. But you can hear them screaming at one another in the midst of this. And he's talking about, it felt like a sandblaster hitting him in the back. There's so much debris and stuff. And they're just waiting for the thing that's going to impale them.
Right.
And it's so, the volume level, you know how when you distort a mic and it crunches and everything, it compresses down. It's at that level. It's so loud. And you hear one of the guys, I think it's Max, say, it hurt so much in the middle of it. Yeah, I think they did a really good job of that. To me, it's the best comprehensive documentary about the tornado that I've ever seen. And it is a little, I know we as the 4 states are all sick of talking about it, but it's also kind of neat to see that they're not forgetting it, that it's not becoming, even though there's been bigger tornadoes since then. And there were more deadly tornadoes. I saw a deal yesterday about the tornado that happened over near Eminence, Missouri, back in the 1920s, that killed like 900 people. And this was a tornado that went from down in south central Missouri all the way to Indiana, which is why it killed so many people. Yeah, it was, Tiffany. And every single person admitted to accepting their fate. Okay, I was like, what's that word? Yeah, they were all ready to die. They were just like, I just knew I was gone.
Wow. I can't imagine getting to that point where you're just like, this is how it's going to be.
This one didn't tear me up as much as others had, but it did leave you feeling numb and worn out. Yeah, the tri-state tornadoes. That's right, Thomas. The tri-state tornado was the most deadly one in U.S. history. So Joplin's wasn't the most deadly. It's not the biggest anymore. It was at that time.
Nice, Thrower. Have a good day.
Yeah, absolutely, Kathy. I think it best represents it.
Happy birthday, Thomas.
There's one point, the one scene with Mike, is it Mike Edis from the Weather Channel? The part where he's standing over there at 26th and Maiden in front of St. John's, and he's crying on his own weathercast because of the shock. He's under so much shock. And poor Will, yeah. And that was right down from my house where they found him.
All right, I picked us a winner. We need to call him.
I think the guy, what was his name? Had the curly Q mustache. His story choked me up a little bit, just watching how it affected him. And he talks about how he still lives here. He had intended to leave just as soon as he could, but he still lives here and he loves Joplin so much. And he tears up talking about how much he loves Joplin, and that touched me an awful lot.
All right.
Happy birthday, Thomas! Hey, you want us to sing to you, Thomas?
Yeah, we'll sing to him in just a second.
Happy birthday to you. Happy. That kind of singing, right?
Yeah. In just a minute.
We need a sexy birthday song that we can play for some people.
Some people.
Some people.
All right, there's our winner. We need to call him.
Arwaiwe? Arhumana? Shimanama Ding Dong?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Hey, Lisa, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What the heck is a wick wire? Wait. How much wick wire does it take to electrify a house?
That I couldn't tell you.
Well, aren't you Lee? I would figure you would be the expert. Aren't you Lisa Wickwire?
Yes, I am.
And didn't you just win Silver Dollar City tickets, Lisa?
Yes.
Aha!
Woo, Lisa. Congratulations. You have just won a pair of tickets to go to Silver Dollar City for spring break.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country, Lisa.
KIX 102.5.
All right, Lisa. We got to get some info from you. So
Let's see. We got a lot of stuff from. Are you still over in Wisconsin?
Yes.
I think everything else we have for you is up to date. So you are free to pick these up Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 here at the radio station. Do you know where to find us?
Yes, I do.
And Lisa, we'll
Fabulous.
tell you don't have to use these during the spring break. They're promoting it with the spring break, but you can use them any old time.
Okay. Thank you very much. And wick wires are supposed to be Irish, Scottish, and Dutch.
That sounds like
there
a
you
very
go.
rowdy Tuesday night, if you ask me. All right. Have a good day, Lisa.
Have a good one. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Too close. Sounds like the Wicked Witch.
Lisa, thank you for going through and reacting to a bunch of our stuff.
Ha, 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 ha.
How much wick could a wick wire wick if a wick wire could wick
Good wick wire.
wire? Oh gosh, I hate that you can't just post on the front page anymore. Ugh.
We brought it all around.
What am I doing? There we go. All right, we got a sec here, Randy. Hold on. Hang tight.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country
We'll find out the winner of the Silver Dollar City tickets right after Bailey Zimmerman.
on KIX 102.5. By the way, I know we were talking about it earlier. Melissa was talking about how badly she wants to go to the show. Guys, I'll let you know. The first week of June, we will be giving away tickets to see Bailey Zimmerman in concert. Okay? So hold
Oh,
on to your
remember.
underwear.
Some of them have already bought tickets.
Well, and that's fine too. That's a guaranteed way to get to go see him.
That's true.
But just let you know, we will be giving them away.
Good. I'm glad. Hope it was some good sleep for you.
I did not sleep well last night.
Yeah, I've not been sleeping real great myself. Yeah, Thomas was up real early this morning.
Might as well make the most out of your birthday.
All right. Are you ready to sing to him?
Yes. Here we go.
Oh, wait, no. We're doing it.
No, I'm done.
Happy birthday
To you. Wait, where's the camera on?
Happy-
Here, let's do this.
Yeah, you ready?
Okay, ready?
Happy. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do this.
Yep, you're doing it all right. This is good. This is really good.
I wonder if this. No, the lights are on. Happy birthday to you. Happy. Wait a minute, Thomas, can you hear this? That's the backup vocals. To you. Happy birthday to you, Mr. President. Happy birthday
to
you. Okay.
Just for you, Thomas.
I feel like that was just.
No one else
We
has
just
ever
did
got that
that.
rendition before.
Mm. Mm.
What are you doing?
Mm.
Sound like a grumpy cow. Oh, you want Woody to sing it? You got to
Yeah,
pick that
sing
up
it,
with
Woody.
Woody. 23 seconds.
I did see footage from Carrie Underwood singing to Randy Travis at the Opry last night.
How's that?
That'll make you cry. That
Yeah.
was so cool. So she comes down off the stage and sings to him, and he's just overjoyed at it. You can tell it was awesome. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine and mid-50s today. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 10 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to know the ways that your parents used to humiliate you in public.
Maybe they intended to. Maybe it's something they did specifically to humiliate you. But maybe it was inadvertently just because of the people that they were, you know.
Or maybe it's the way that you, as a parent, embarrass your own kids.
Yeah, you can tell us at 623-1025 or on Facebook.
But we've been getting you signed up to win Silver Dollar City tickets.
Is this the name?
Yeah, that's the name right there. You ready?
What does that mean?
I don't
That's
know.
a name?
But yeah, we can ask what it means. I don't know.
All right. It's not ringing, Jen. It's not
Did you put it in
ringing.
the right way?
Hello?
Hey, Lisa, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What the heck is a wick wire?
I don't know.
Wait. How much wick wire does it take to electrify a house?
That I couldn't tell you.
I would figure you would be the expert. Aren't you, Lisa Wickwire?
Yes, I am.
And didn't you just win Silver Dollar City tickets?
Yes. Awesome.
Congratulations. You have just won a pair of tickets to go to Silver Dollar City for spring break.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country, Lisa.
KIX 102.5.
All right.
Are they burn up bombs? Do an open mic, Major. Do it. Or you can call and we'll put you through that way.
So somebody recorded this. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you. I'll have to do it.
What is it?
With the stupid endorsement. Carrie Underwood singing to Randy Travis. Boo-da-boo-da-boo.
17 seconds. Everyone's got their favorite thing.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this. So this is footage from last night. She's coming down stage. and singing to him. And he's suffered from his stroke and everything. He can barely talk and everything, but he's sitting there, just this huge smile on his face. And that's him singing that part. And he's standing ovation. Yeah, I'm not crying, you're crying. Stop it. That was pretty cool. Everybody hear the JFK files, the deal on those being released?
There's like 70,000 pages in this.
But, okay, the big reveal. I can't see the New York Times, so on that. So the takeaway from that.
Everything's behind a paywall.
Oh, still missing some 2/3 of the files that were supposed to be released with this
Oh,
batch.
really?
Yeah. Still concluded that there was no evidence of a conspiracy. But it does indicate a memo from the CIA St. Petersburg station that they were aware that he was meeting with the KGB when he was in Finland and in Russia before all that. But say that he was at no time an agent controlled by the KGB. He wanted to be. The KGB, the reason he went to the KGB, wanting to work with them and wanting to do something with them, to subvert the United States government. And the KGB didn't think that he would be controllable. They thought he was too much of a wild card. But they did watch him closely and constantly while he was in the USSR.
That's a very good description, Jimmy. She was rotating in bed like a gas station hot dog.
Got about the same number of wrinkles, too. I don't see that there's a lot of big reveal
No,
takeaways.
not really.
It's all over the place. So Dylan Scott is going to be the host next week for Backstage Country.
Cool. That starts on Monday.
I think I'm going to move the Elena stuff to your folder rather than having to save some of it in your folder and some of it in the Elena stuff folder.
Sure. I thought we moved everything that was in my folder to the Elena folder.
We had, but then with this new blog post stuff, yesterday you said you wanted me to put it in there.
I forgot we had an
I can
Elena
just
folder.
do it in there.
I forgot that existed.
I'm going to work on scheduling. I noticed they're using a 421 for their guest mics.
I'm amazed that you know that.
Why?
I couldn't have guessed that.
Everybody knows that.
Nope.
Should know that. Well, Craig's not in front of a mic, but one of the other ones were. Okay. I'm going to do social media posts first, but I'm also going to work on. I think I'm going to go ahead and change the one on her main page. Are we going to do I meant to ask you concerning the blog post. We've got another blog post ready to go for Craig Morgan. But do we want to do another, maybe a KIX karaoke of some sort to create the rotation. Otherwise, I do have a different graphic for that one, don't I?
Yeah.
So I could do the other one.
Do we have anything else that we're going to be posting on the blog? Like, is the
No,
what was the thing MJ was doing?
no, because I am not going to be the one to do it. And for another reason, who knows the live gig guide,
Yeah,
how
that one.
long it's going to be before we have enough concerts to populate that. I would have to go out right now 3 or 4 months to be able to do it. And it would be a one-time thing over 3 or 4 months that wouldn't get updated until May. So no, not until, that's not a realistic thing, I don't think. And I don't think there's a lot of value in it. Whole lot of work, very little payoff, I
What-
don't think it's getting, according to analytics, it was not getting that many views.
And the other podcast he did.
No, because that, once again, he would not maintain it. I'm taking it off. The new music, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Too much work for him, apparently. So, no, we're just not going to do it. Well, and to be honest, it had very, very few listeners.
It's a lot of us. I wish there was something to break it up more
You
than
know,
just Craig Morgan.
The ones who
or
survive
Backstreet's
long term are going to be the
country.
ones who put in the effort.
Sure.
So when it comes to and they've done that to themselves.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So, yeah, we have got to, if we expect there to be a good product on here, then we've got to manage it and maintain it.
Love that.
Well, it's not hard.
It's not hard.
La-
It's just
so
frustrating when
we
you're
should-
carrying the weight of how many other people who won't do anything.
Heck with them. I will offer, I will say, hey, do this about twice, and then I'll come in and do it. When you quit doing it, I'm going to do it for you. Because ultimately, my job is to make sure things get done.
So with Morning KIX karaoke, there's two ways we can do that. We're either posting old songs, which may likely already be up there somewhere, or we need to make new ones.
Like anybody ever goes back and listens to those.
Try to think of how far back you can go if you click on the Morning KIX karaoke
Yeah,
tag.
I don't think you can even go back that far. I know that Jason updates the data media server. I'm gonna have to do graphics for Secret Sound next week.
Hold on, we gotta go do weather. We'll see sunshine today with highs in the mid-50s, increasing clouds with lows in the upper 30s tonight, decreasing clouds, breezy and mid-60s for Friday. A little warmer on Saturday, a little less windy as well, with sunshine and highs nearing 70.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
30 in Diamond, 30 in Pittsburgh, 31 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're wanting to know, what is the worst way that your parents ever embarrassed or humiliated you when you were younger?
Or maybe when, as a parent, the way that you embarrassed your kids.
623-1025 to text or tell us your stories.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Here's Parmalee.
On KIX 102.5.
My deal with him is he acts like it's such an inconvenience for anything, And his modus operandi lately has become, sure, I'll do that. And then when he thinks you've forgotten about it, he stops.
The other thing, too, I know you weren't super into this idea the first time I pitched it, but doing big win thingy this way, like I've been doing my other videos.
And I'd be fine with that. I would be.
Sure? Last time you were like, I don't think that's going to look good.
That again, I am not going to come alongside you and manhandle that.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. So,
but when that changed, that was something I had mentioned to you, and you were like, I don't know that that's going to look good. So I haven't.
If you can
it.
do it and make it look all right, I don't just want a phone video stuck up there. I want the things that made the big win thingy was the graphics that were included with it.
Okay.
And I asked about this. You remember? Do you know how to use the photo editor or the video editor?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way you can utilize the graphics? Just coming on and reading the newsletter is not going to be a good enough thing for that, I don't think.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of how to make it work because there's like green screen ways where you have the picture behind you, but I don't know how to go in and I guess if I were to pause the video and change it the way through, but I don't know if that's still going to be a look that you want.
I don't mind the aspect of the phone camera. A phone camera is good enough quality, and people are used to seeing that.
Right. The vertical videos is a big thing. Right.
But I think it will have to be more than just that. It can't just be you holding the phone, doing a selfie, reading the newsletter. That's not. It needs to have some graphic impact. I don't care that you do it with that right behind you. But I would like there to be some over-the-shoulder pop-ups or maybe below you, with the graphic or something that has some further impact and a music bed.
I don't know that I could do all that on my phone. At least not that I know how at this point.
Right.
Megan says some of us go back that far just to see how much you've gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I mean, you can go back a year or two and watch what we've done social media-wise, and there have been certain things that maintained with the right people have grown and become even bigger, and other things that you can see the work ethic in the people that were responsible for those in that they have died. I've left the live gig guide up there in that if we got into like the summer ticket shootout thing again, that we might possibly utilize that. But I don't think I would want to use him.
Nothing consistent.
Yeah. Do you want to take that over?
Maybe.
That would be an option.
I'm going to post a song that we did today. Cool. First day of spring, love spring.
I think it's great. And that will let me, then today or tomorrow, post the other Craig Morgan one.
Or are you posting it? I thought you wanted me to do it.
I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you delegated that to me.
I'll do the graphics done for you.
Yeah, the graphics.
I can start working on the graphics for next week for
Dylan's
squat.
Ew, we both did that. What the heck? Good gracious.
No, we've been rubbing off on each other. Oh, wait a minute.
Gross.
Wait
Get
a
away
minute.
from me.
Wait a minute. I'm going to do a post for Dylan Scott for Sunday.
Oh, you got to go to songs. Good gracious. It's like it's my first day doing anything. I was like, why can't I find sort by?
Oh, all next week, we've got tickets to see Hunter Hayes in concert at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be giving those away on Morning Kicks.
All right, 13 seconds.
Stop it. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen, 809.
Sunshine in mid-50s today. It is 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for the first day of spring in about 15 minutes.
But we're talking about the way that your parents used to embarrass you in public.
The worst way that they ever humiliated you. Or conversely, the way that you as a parent have humiliated your children.
417-623-1025 to call or text and tell us.
And you can tell us also on Facebook.
Here's Brian Martin.
On KIX 102.5. Have you noticed the tempo a little better? I mean, it's only been 2 days, but it feels
I can
like
tell, though. It's not so
I've
slow.
only took 2 songs down 1 notch each.
Really?
That was it.
Morning, Brian.
And they were both the ones that you had mentioned.
Morning, Shiala. Morning, Dorinda.
And I did express concerns about that to Chris. We talked about it. And I was like, we still don't have I feel like a comprehensive handle on this.
Phone's ringing.
Tell him shut up. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Randy.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey,
Man,
yeah.
my parents used to humiliate me because they had us working up there at Campbell's Cafe, and we had to bring you guys breakfast all the time.
Well, how is that humiliating?
Yeah, wait a
You
second.
having
That
to
sounds-
bring us breakfast.
That sounds great.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing and an honor for you guys. Yeah. Well,
Aw,
we
that's so
appreciated it.
cool.
I remember that. That was so awesome. You know, we've not eaten really since then.
Really? Well, we really haven't been open since then.
That's true. So there you go.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
I honestly don't know what he's talking about. Thought it's worth a shot.
Swing and a miss. Oh, Brian's listening from Michigan this morning.
Hey, Brian.
What's good in Michigan today? And there's the phone again. Phone. Brian says it's snowing today. We had snow last night, allegedly. Hey, thank you for the gift,
saw
Brian.
it.
You
I
did?
actually
Really?
did see it, and there was some ice mixed in with it. It was more like sleet.
Oh, yuck.
But about 9 o'clock, we were leaving last night. It was, it was collecting on the back of my bed cover on my truck and driving. I was like, look at this. I turned the lights on bright and you could see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Talking about parents and
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We can barely hear you, honey. Can you speak up a little bit?
yeah, my dad is always listening to the show, and I have a very clear memory of my dad taking me out from preschool and
Wow.
Aw, I bet the other
Nice.
kids loved it, though. Everyone but you. You're like, oh, Dad.
Come on.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
You think us for calling? What?
Oh, this is so cool. Brian's originally from Kansas. He says, love you guys. To listen to you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you for
Thank
that.
you for taking
We
us with you all the way to
appreciate it.
Michigan.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of options you could have. and
Yeah.
You choose us. That means an awful lot.
Thank you for that.
I wonder which graphic you should use on X.
I don't know.
Because nobody features that. Huh. Well, that's Drew Baldridge. Did I just do Drew Baldridge instead of...
Oh, did you?
No, I don't know. No, I did the right one. Okay. So distracted. What day is Sunday? It is the 23rd. Beyond. Let's do 6 p.m.
There we go. It's doing the thing. We got a second, 1 minute.
Oh, I found an even better video of that.
Of what?
Can I reshare that on our...
Oh, of Randy Travis and Brian says, thanks for the great mornings at work listening through the KIX app. See, the KIX app, it works. And it's free. I think Randy would look good with a plunger on top of his shiny noggin. Probably. All right, they really want to hear the open mic that Woody did. Hang tight, guys. Got to do a seg here. 7 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Here's Tyler Hubbard.
On KIX 102.5. They're going to have to wait, sorry, unless you want to come over and play it for them.
Hold on. Okay. New song is up for Morning KIX Karaoke on the blog. It's the spring one that Randy sang today. So now let's go see what the blog looks like. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Get rid of that. Oh, it's not going to let me schedule it? What'd you realize? Oh. Oh, you. Why am I dumb? Don't answer that. But it's easier to schedule it, though.
Schedule on there. I don't know that it works. It never did for me.
Yeah, we never got it to work.
Okay, I shared that video of Carrie singing from the Opry deal on our X. Yep. Win a trip to Mars on X right now with the X Bracket Challenge. Wow.
And who's in the bracket?
Well, all the NCAA college, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if Elon was trying to do something else. Being Elon.
Win a trip to Mars.
20 seconds.
Wow. Okay, what else? I've got to do a graphic for you.
Doesn't want to work. But I've already got mine for tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll just need the 2 for Dylan Scott for next week. Hold on, 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine in mid-50s today. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for your first day of spring in just 5 minutes.
So we're talking about the worst way that your parents ever humiliated or embarrassed you.
623-1025. What's the way that your parents or your mom or dad ever embarrassed you?
Well, my mom is kind of a party animal, and we were all out, and I was, being the good girl, and there was a bachelor party going on, and my mom thought it would be a good idea to get drunk and go dance with all these college kids. And my friend looks over and goes, "Is that your mom?" I'm like, "No, that is not my mom. I have no idea who that lady is."
How did your parents used to embarrass you?
Well, it wasn't me. It was my sister. She was throwing a fit. She couldn't have a little dolly, and so my mother sat down on the Walmart floor and started kicking and screaming.
Yeah, your mother did?
Sure did.
What?
Your mother laid on the floor just kicking and screaming?
Yep, said she wanted that dolly, and she wasn't leaving without it.
You know what you should have done is yanked your mother up by her arm and taken her out into the parking lot and spanked her butt.
That's one way to
if we're
do it,
going to
yeah.
reverse roles, let's go all the way on this.
How'd your parents used to embarrass you?
He had an amazing ability. He had the worst silent but deadlies, and the guy could clear a restaurant. And you'd break somebody over or whatever, and that event would happen, and you'd just get a little grin, But that'd be about it. And it seemed like he had the ability to do it on demand.
Yeah, we could tell time by my father. In the morning when he got up, we knew 7:35. There goes Dad.
These were silent but very deadly.
Yeah, you could set your clocks by him. In fact, when there was time changes, we'd be like, "No, it's actually 7. Right now, it's 7:35."
All thanks to Dad.
Yeah.
What did your parents do to embarrass you?
One of my parents is my sister. She's 3 years older than I am. When I was in middle school, all my friends would come over, and I thought it was because they were, my friends. But it turns out it's because they all thought my sister was hot. She'd be walking around the house in a bikini when my parents were at work. And my friends would just Google her, just stare at her the whole time.
I believe the word's ogle, but I
think so
like
too, yeah.
I like it pronounced oogle better. I think it's more appropriate.
Appropriate fits.
Oogle.
How did your parents used to embarrass you? What's the worst way they ever did it?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
Okay, we got to listen to this open mic before they all spontaneously
Okay.
combust.
Hold on just a second. I've got to close out these, and I can no longer play them, can I?
I thought you could. And the phone's ringing.
Good gosh. Well, we're going to have to pick them. What are we going to do?
Well, we got to answer the phone. We're doing a show.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Is that part of it? Hi there, Morning KIX. What's the worst way your parents ever embarrassed you?
My dad introduced me to his favorite high school teacher, and the man looked at me and said, "Young man, your dad was never fat like you." I was about 10 years old.
What?
And my parents did not stand up for me at all.
Oh, that's
man.
unfortunate. My gosh.
Who says that to a kid?
Yeah, and who doesn't? I would have punched him out right there. I'd
Right?
been like,
Don't you
at
talk about
least
my-
he has all his teeth, Thomas.
Yeah, well, I was about 10 years old, and to this day, I wouldn't pee on the man's grave.
I will. If you'll tell me where it is, I'll go do it.
He'll do it for you.
Yeah. Thanks for calling. Man, that's not funny, but okay. Let me see here. You ready?
You ready?
Ain't got no gas now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I don't reckon I got no reason to kill nobody.
Dear Thomas, happy birthday to you.
Nice.
Very good. Very
That's
good.
awesome. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hi, I called to answer your question.
Yeah, what's the worst way that your parents have ever embarrassed you?
Okay, so when I was in 6th grade, I decided to have a secret Halloween party.
Uh-oh.
And all these boys showed up, and my dad made them all go home.
Oh.
Well, yeah. And you were like, Dad, I like these boys.
Get them
I
boys
want them to
outta here.
stay."
I was like, what the heck? Come on.
We're going to celebrate it with a mass burial in the backyard. Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
Oh, you can send images and videos through the app too? What?
We've sent images through the app before. We did for
Through the app.
St. Jude. That's what you just said.
We didn't send images through the app.
We posted a picture, didn't we?
I'm talking about listeners sending us images and
yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but there is a place for that now. That is something new. So if you want to see the new features of the app, if you're on the app, Futuri app manager. I gotta remember. I think this is it. And we're on B12 here. So we will be able to. I added more than this. So this is the hamburger menu pull down. I had all sorts of stuff in here. Gosh dang it. We don't want this. These recently played songs is supposed to be in here. Oh, it is. Okay. RSS, news feed, video, Facebook post, weather. I already got it. Really, that's all there needs to be in there. I don't think Facebook post because I have it right here. Hi there, Morning Kicks. What's the worst way that your parents have ever embarrassed you in public? Oh, yeah.
That is so embarrassing.
Did your parents have girlfriends? The home modules. No. There's Nope, nobody got it today, so we're at $1,927.50. So see. It's going to be his. Dustin's going to win it. He knows what it is. All right, good luck, Dustin. Do I know? I know what it is. I know what it is. I recorded it. Do you know what it is? That's the question. Oh.
Good luck, Dustin. We're all counting on you.
So these are the ones that I selected out of here. Yeah, and I tried to match all those. Open a URL. I don't know why you'd want to open a URL. And then you've got to have the URL. So, I mean, I've got some of them. Play the stream regardless of the user's auto start setting. Well, that's an option to put in the menu. These are all things to put in the menu for the listeners, for the users. Which there's going to be a play button down here already. So, once again, let's go back. The home modules, there needs to be a Facebook feed. I can't believe I didn't put that on there. What do you call this? KIX feed? And for some reason, when I say, oh, you can only have 3. Oh, that's right. 15?
Show 15 items?
They're going to scroll across this way. So how many will you allow to be
I think
put
like
in
5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah.
As much as we do? Why?
Because otherwise, I think it's just going to.
You think people only look at 5 or 6 things when they come on here and look?
I don't know that a lot of people consistently go to our Facebook page. I think this populates, just pops up. If you're posting a bunch of old stuff, I think it's going to look cumbersome.
Okay.
I think it's going to look.
No, because it will only show, it will look like this.
I know that.
So why, knowing that there's going to be 3 or 4 of them right there, why would you limit yourself when there is no limit to what they can put back, in case someone wants to?
Because
It does not affect the main experience.
Because then they're just scrolling back to dated stuff. Are they really going to want to see the stuff that's dated?
If they want to, it's an option. If they don't have to scroll.
Sure.
That's why would you limit that? What's the logic for limiting that? Convince me.
I don't know. I gave you my piece. I don't know.
Right.
We can always change it.
Sure. Now, supposedly this is saved now, but when I come back, it has not been. So home modules,
What the heck?
see, it's been doing this to me.
Are you clicking remove item instead of save changes?
No, I am not. Why would I do that? I
Log
just
it down
clicked
there,
this.
it's
I
the
just
login
showed you
button.
that. I had just saved it. It's saved. And if I go to another thing or whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see what happens with this. We're looking at the new app and some of its load features, but I guarantee it'll be gone.
What the heck?
I don't know. So this is typical Futuri. Everything kind of works with Futuri. So typical. So I did my part as much as I could. The navigation bar at the bottom, I've added stuff now. There's more buttons. We could have 5 maximum, so I put all 5. Podcast, live video, vote, that's LDR, weather, and now playing. So, and this, I thought about calling it KIX Live, but the problem with putting KIX before is I'm afraid with it chopping the words. So there you go. Yeah, awesome. See, that took what? 5-10 minutes?
Oh, look, Brian's up in Michigan looking for the clues even.
Right on, buddy. They are there.
Even though he can't win.
But I tell you what I would do if I lived outside the area. I would go to a lot of work of coming up with the guesses, tracking the guesses, finding the clues, and then I would find somebody on social media, and I'd write me up a little contract saying, hey, split the money with me. I'll find the clues. I'll do all the legwork. Have a contract, that can be, that way you can be legally binded. Somebody you trust. Let them do the on-air work. You do all the legwork and split the money. Who wouldn't be happy with $1,000?
Oh, yeah.
That would be half the jackpot right now.
He's got the rules memorized from reading. Here, we got a seg. 2 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Here's Luke Combs.
On KIX 102.5.
7 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine and mid-50s today. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote for the songs that you want us to play back for you.
But we're talking today about the way that your parents embarrassed you, the worst way that they humiliated you when you were a kid growing up.
Or maybe you, as a parent, the worst way you've ever embarrassed your kids.
623-1025 to text or tell us your stories.
What happened with you? Did you embarrass your kids or did they embarrass you?
Well, it's not what my parents, it's what I did to my daughter.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
no.
Let it rip. Let's hear it.
Okay, she used to work over at one of the local restaurants, and she worked drive-through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I pulled up there and done my little hillbilly accent really good through the speakerphone. Say, how y'all doing? I'd like to get some of them there fancy burritos you got in there.
Oh, my God.
About that time, my daughter goes, okay, Dad, pull through. And the little girl behind, I heard her say, who was that?
It was her dad.
What is the worst way that your parents ever embarrassed you?
So we're standing in Venture's checkout line,
Uh-huh.
and I kid you not, my mom started rubbing on my back and goes, do you have a bra on?
Hey, boys, my daughter's not wearing a bra.
And every head turns.
A bra.
What did your parents ever do to embarrass you?
When I was 19, I brought, with now my husband, over to meet my parents.
Uh-huh.
And my dad, I guess, decided to not wear underwear that day.
To not wear underwear.
Yeah.
What?
And so my husband seen, like, pretty much everything of my dad, and I wasn't aware of it, and he pulled me in the kitchen. He was like, your dad, and told me about it, and it was bad.
Had everything swinging in the breeze.
Wait, so your dad wasn't wearing underwear while you were around?
You know, it's a wonder you and your husband ended up married at all.
We've been married 11 years now, and we still bring that up.
Maybe your dad, in a way, was threatening him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it was.
I don't. That's weird.
What's the worst?
So weird.
That
I
is
would have
really
never.
weird.
I would have never considered doing that to my daughter's boyfriend.
No, it's
Or-
crazy.
Unless it was Thursday.
What's the worst way that your parents ever embarrassed you?
Well, I wouldn't say that it was embarrassing because it is definitely a dad's way of protecting his daughter. But I had a date one night. I wasn't quite ready when my date showed up, so my dad proceeded to take him for a little walk around the house, and there was a patch of dead grass growing, and my date said, why is the grass not growing right there? And my dad promptly said, well, that's where I buried the last guy that hurt my daughter. It was actually where the septic tank was.
Yeah, same thing. By the way, those are great places to hide bodies if you need to. The septic tank, you can always,
What is the worst way that you ever embarrassed your kids in public, or maybe your parents embarrassed you?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Freaking, we need to just hit stop. Well, you couldn't because we weren't on the last bed. Yeah, we just, I hit that and it rolls right into the next deal.
I just need to figure out how to not be so dumb, I think, is really what needs to happen. And I just realized this is...
Hey, let's not set unattainable goals,
Yeah,
okay?
sorry, I know.
No, let's just work on the punchline thing. We do that. I will be very happy with that. I feel like that will be a lot.
Okay, that's not going to button. I don't have the mental capacity for that today. Naked Thursday things. That's right.
Naked Thursday.
Brr. Seriously, that's in my brain a lot lately. Just brr,
I thought
all the time.
Naked Thursday was in
No,
your
not
brain a lot.
Naked Thursday. Phone's ringing.
Yeah, I feel like I need to ignore it. Where is endorsements interview? I'm in your deal, and I cannot find the logos. It's under website. Ugh. I need the short, stodgy. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Good morning, Randy and Jen.
Well, hello, Melissa.
So my kids would embarrass me, and then I'd get them back. But
Uh-huh.
I'd always be at the mall. There'd be some hobo walking around behind us, and my daughters would look at me and go, "Hey, Mom, there's a sexy for you."
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome.
Have a
Catch
good
you
one.
later.
Brian says he hasn't been able to find the last clue either.
Yep. Have you
I didn't think
double-checked
we
to
hit
make
him
sure it's
that
there?
well.
It's the one.
That's what they keep saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's because you guys are idiots. No, I'm kidding. It is there. You've got to go find it. Oh, you stupid. Never mind.
What?
Well, it's where's create cutout? That's what I need. There's this one aspect of Pixlr that really irritates me. You can't click on a particular image to edit the sizing of it. It wants to crop. When you do crop, it will only crop the entire project. Dang it. Oh, it did it? Okay.
Okay. Brian says, give me a hint, then I'll do the contract thing to win half.
But you can't. Who?
Okay. Here's your hint. Okay. It's on the website.
Can't beat that, guys. She just gave you the hint.
Don't tell
Anybody.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Now they gave a link. All Craig Morgan. So I'll have to wait until next week to create those blog graphics.
Mm-hmm.
No biggie.
No biggie.
We've got all the other stuff done.
It's fine.
I'm gonna go change her page. Her stupid page.
Stupid page.
I don't know why I did the one. Oh, I do too.
Is she still up on the thingamabob?
Yep.
Sliders?
No.
Thank Brian. I do what I can. Dorinda says the last clue is the only one that she has found.
Are you sure it's the last one? How do you know? How do you guys know which one's the first and which one's the last?
That's a good question. Very good question.
Do they have the next artists available on that list? Blake Shelton.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh! I just saw who else they've got. Parmalee, Cole Swindell, and Blake Shelton going to be on Backstage Country.
I love that.
That's freaking awesome. You stupid. I accidentally hit Control C instead of Control V. Yeah!
Ah!
Wow.
When?
Blake Shelton, May 5th. The week of May 5th. I'm sure may or may not change, but that's who's scheduled.
I love it.
That's unbelievable. What else do I need to make? I need to look at Mozilla.
Mozilla.
Yeah, what's the FTP transfer sign?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that's called. FileZilla. I think Mozilla. I think Firefox. FileZilla.
Mm. Brian wants to call in and guess off air just to see if he's right.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I don't know that we'll confirm or disconfirm it, but you can do it.
Bye, Thomas. Happy birthday. Sleep well.
There is a promo in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it is the right one.
All right, we got 45 seconds. Bye, Melissa.
It would be nice.
This is Backstage Country with Craig Morgan all this week. All right, it's Elena and
I didn't know it said with Craig Morgan. That's a new one.
it's Elena and welcome to a brand new week of Backstage Country with a brand new host. He's probably one of the busiest artists in town. Craig Morgan hosting all week long right here on.
No, that's, I think, the same one we're running right now.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So they haven't updated the promo yet. Yay. Thank you guys for being so timely. I appreciate you so much.
Jeez.
Well, if
10 seconds.
I'm just calling it like it is.
5.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country.
Here's Old Dominion.
On KIX 102.5.
Thank you for the coins, Brian.
Mike was on. I heard you. Dang something.
Oh, I said thanks for the coins.
Oh,
Mike.
thanks. I heard thanks. Promo
I'm
with
just
bed.
Give it up.
This weekend on American.
So this one's done. Thank goodness, because today is Thursday.
This weekend on American Country Countdown, we bring.
Let's see how easy this is to swap in, because I just built the session for this. Oh, no. There it is.
KIX 102.5. This weekend on American Country Countdown, we bring you Sunday evening starting at 6. KIX Country Countdown. Sunday evening starting at 6. KIX Country Countdown. Sunday evening starting at 6. On the 4 states number 1. Country KIX 102.5. Country KIX 102.5.
Oh,
Country KIX 102.5.
so our file. Definitely give us enough in this file.
KIX 102.5. This weekend on American. KIX 102.5. This weekend on American.
Ugh.
This weekend 102.5. This weekend on. This weekend on American Country Count. It's the American Country Count. Yeah. Sunday evening start. Sunday evening start. Yeah. Sunday evening starting at 6. 102.5. On the 4 states number 1 for country.
9 seconds.
102. On the 4 states.
Ugh.
3 seconds.
On the 4 states number 1 for country. KIX 102.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, a high near 53. It's 31 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in the next hour. Plus, we've got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website. Vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But first, we dance.
Well, first, we're talking about the embarrassing things your parents used to do.
No dance?
Well, I mean, you can dance if you want to.
All right. What's the most embarrassing thing that your parents have ever, what's the worst they've ever embarrassed you in public?
When I was a kid, I sold one of my brother's toys for $5, and they allowed him to sell something of mine that was $5.
Right.
And of all things he picked my diary and sold it for $5.
Oh, my God. No.
My whole life in a book for $5.
You can't make stuff like this up.
You can't come back from it either.
That is diabolical.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
What's the worst way your parents embarrassed you?
Well, I kind of lucked out. I didn't have a lot of embarrassing moments for my parents, but clothes shopping with mother was always probably the most embarrassing thing with me.
Oh, you look so adorable in there. Here, try on these overalls.
Exactly.
I want to put you in a little hat.
Yeah.
My mom used to make me model everything that she bought me.
Walk up and down here. Let's see how it looks on you. And then call over the store owner. How does this look?
Turn around. Let me see how it fits in the back.
Or they'll call up a stranger. Do you think this looks good on him?
Yep.
623-1025. What's the worst way that your parents embarrassed you when you were a kid growing up?
When I was like 15, my stepdad had to buy me tampons for the first time.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And when he came home, I had a couple of my friends in the yard. Like, we were all just hanging out. And, of course, they were boys.
Yeah.
So my stepdad gets out of the car, and he's like, don't worry, he's got your plugs. And he's waving them around in the air, screaming at the top of his lungs, I got your plugs. Don't worry, I got your plugs.
Got your plugs? Oh, my God.
Hey, trust me, the boys all thought he was talking about spark plugs.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, screaming in front of everyone. Everyone just kind of stopped and looked at me and then went home.
Got your plugs.
Oh, my gosh. Just bury your head in the sand at that point.
What's the worst way your parents ever embarrassed or humiliated you?
623-1025 to text or tell us on Facebook.
We've got the Morning KIX takeover in just 4 minutes.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Sounds like she poots.
It does sound like she moves. At the very least, farts.
That's
All right.
way too big of a difference.
So tomorrow, it's Friday. So we'll have the Morning KIX Challenge at 7:50. Find out what I'm watching for Jen's movie rehab at 7:35. Also, Secret Sound at 7:20, 1920, 7:50. Also, we want to know boring fact about you. So have a fabulous rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow.
Or whatever.
Or don't. I mean, it's your life. Do what you want.
Do what you want, how you want, and with who you want. Is it time to go?
Yeah. Time to say bye. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Bye.
You heard what she said. I would stay here all day.
Bye. No, you wouldn't.